Okay, so among us as individuals, normal individuals going
Yes.
through day-to-day life and whatever during coronavirus, our celebrity counterparts have also been going through a lot. We talked about relationships and how how you making it work, how some of us are coming together and families are being cohesive and finances are getting together, but it seems like these celebrities have been acting a goddamn fool. Okay?
That's for sure.
Speaking of fool, I am shocked. When I say shocked, I am shocked that Cardi B actually had the balls to file for divorce from Offset, right? So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if maybe it's coronavirus and her having to spend all this time with him and realizing that I really don't like you. I don't like the way you think. I don't really, because you got to think, they're famous. So they're together, flying back and forth. They doing whatever. She's a mogul in her own right. He's a mogul in his. And he over here in Atlanta, she may be in LA, they going back and forth. So you missing all the, you got all the feelings up in here and you missing them. And you like, ooh, I get to see him and I get to whatever. But doing coronavirus, ain't no concerts going on. They at home.
Right.
They at home. And you start to see that he do like this after he eat, and you like, I really don't like it. You see what I'm saying? So when I was looking at this, I want to know what y'all think. When she WAP, WAP just came out. That's the coronavirus song of the, the year. I'm a savage. I'm WAPing. She got this wet AP, for those, I know the adults know what it means. Okay. But yet he keep cheating. She said she didn't want to give him another chance to cheat on her. So she gonna go ahead and they grew apart and it's irreconcilable. Is that how you say it, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
Irreconcilable differences, yes.
Differences, permanently. What do y'all think about that? WAPing.
Somebody else might.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Before I do.
Listen, I when I got something to say, I say listen. Listen. It is one thing to not cook and clean and get a ring. It is another thing to keep it. The tenacity that it takes to be dealing with a man like him, and especially for a woman who can hold her own, to be able to stay and deal with it and do what it's going to require. Because here's the thing, and you guys have heard me say this before when we've talked about stuff like this. Either you're going to love them or you're going to leave them. Ain't no in between. Ain't no being there complaining about what he's doing. You know who he is. You know what kind of man he is already. Either you're going to love him or you're going to leave him. So I feel like, you ask me, Cardi bossed up and she's out. She realized that where she may have thought she needed a man like Offset to compliment her, she got her child, and she realizes that it's more to her than who she's with. I think that's where she's at.
And she also met him at the very beginning of her career, really. I mean, she was on Love and Hip Hop or whatever, but she was still a regular around the way girl. And he swooped her in, much like a savior. He popping already. The Migos was popping. You see what I'm saying? They popping like popcorn. And she's still the girl from Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't established as an artist. I don't even think we really heard her rap on Love and Hip Hop at all. She was just fighting and fighting people or whatever happened. She had a whole other boyfriend that was in jail. Okay. But he swooped her in up under his shoulder. He's a lively artist. I'm pretty sure she felt honored. I mean, because a lot of times women who come from toxic situations, I'm not speaking for everybody, but they feel honored that somebody of his stature, picked her up. And then he treated her like she ain't nobody. Once she start to get her, you know what I'm saying?
I would say that, look, fame does not change who you are essentially. Mm-hmm. And I don't care if you are extremely rich, with many means, or you two are homeless people. Couples dynamics are couples dynamics, period. And I think all couples have a glaze over because love is a drug. And from, your first 6 to 18 months, depending upon how a motherfucker is treating you and how things go, you are deeply impacted by the love drug, very love drunk, and willing to have that little overshadowing thing. Like you said, either you with him and you not complaining about it, or you boss up and you leave. It is so much easier in the first 24 months of a relationship, especially if you have one like theirs where distance happens, for you to stop and reset and stop and reset and stop and reset that clock. But eventually the biological addiction that happens where you just have this glow and you seeing completely through rose-colored glasses, and you're able to rationalize the shit that you don't like about a person and put it in such a way where it's tolerable, that eventually wears off as real life starts emerging. And ain't nothing brought real life home for couples more than Corona. People who didn't spend a lot of time together before and really have to get to know their partner on a very deep level. And so I do think, of course, having money brings additional issues into your relationship. Access to women, access to things that you can do, ability to hide things a little bit better, hopefully. But at the core, it's still two people who have power dynamics between the two of them. Either you all know how to appropriately do a good dance around this situation, and you know how to negotiate with love, and you come to the table and you talk about what it is that you all really are about to do, and you make it work. Or eventually one of you is like, I'm sick of this shit. It ain't worth the cost that I'm about to have to pay to keep this thing going. Now it don't feel like I'm in love. It feels more like a charade. And here I am. Oh, look, if Beyonce is being cheated on, if Halle Berry can be cheated on, all these people who are beautiful and fantastic and famous can be cheated on. Nothing about your status or where you're at in the world has anything to do with that. It has everything. That man got money, but he's still the man that he is and was to begin with. And he just, I want to play the field. I saw that video of him talking about, I just want my wife back for my birthday. I would just do anything if I get my wife back. And to me, it's him acting out an old script.
I only got one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things on the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. I embarrassed you. I made you look crazy, doing things I ain't had no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in. And I apologize, you know what I'm saying, breaking your heart, breaking our promise, breaking God's promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better person. I want to get this off my shoulders. I want to get this off my back. I apologize to you, Cardi. I love you and Culture. I want to spend Christmas with you. I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you. I apologize. I'm sorry for what I've done to you. I didn't fuck that girl, but I was entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. And I love you. I hope you can forgive me. My birthday wish.
A script that has always worked with every other bitch that you dealt with, because maybe you had drug money before this, and then you had rapping money, and you said you want her back, and you buy her a Bentley truck, or you buy her a fur, or you buy her some diamonds, because you got that kind of money, you know, and maybe that's, you think, and maybe that's one of his love languages, and you back together. I'm thinking about our old video where they had got together and they first broke up. I feel like that was like 2018, 2019. This is their cycle. And I think this just sped up what was eventually going to happen. Also, because nowadays in marriage, because divorce is not only an option, but it's not ostracized the way it would have been 70 years ago. If I don't like her, it ain't.
She doesn't have a red scarlet.
She ain't gonna have no scarlet letter being like, oh, he don't have a scarlet letter being an adulterer, and she's not gonna get one for having left him. She's like, oh, this ain't working. You know what? I'm under 30. I can get me a new man.
It's next. And also, some men generally like the chase. You know what I'm saying? Some men just like the chase, and he may be caught in that cycle, like you were saying, the cycle where he likes to conquer her when she's feeling mad and she don't love him as much or whatever, and he going through the performance-based acceptance of, you know what I'm saying, let me do these grand gestures to get her to love me again. Some people get caught up in a cycle. I don't know what he's experienced at home or what he's seen at home. Hi, this is Alicia from Salon Talk DMV. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and IG at Salon Talk DMV. And while you're at it, go head over there to YouTube where you can see our full episodes. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. You do want to be the first one to know when we drop new content, right? Right. Hit it, like it, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.